How are you doing, Cali Crowd? I recently made a video on how a deload week can really supercharge your gains and take your progress to the next level. But one question I got a lot off the back of that video was how to tell if you actually need to take a deload week. So today we're going to discuss exactly that and talk about how we can really make it easy to program in a deload. But first, if you are new to Cali To The Crowd and want to be part of the helpful and motivating community that we've got here, then be sure to smash that subscribe button and ring the bell as well so that you never miss out on a Cali To The Crowd video. Do you need to deload? As with most things fitness related, there is a very simple answer that will get 99% of the people 99% of the way there, but most people focus on the 1% that is really complicated because they believe that the more complex answer is going to be more beneficial for them. This isn't necessarily the case. In my video on why you should deload, we covered how the body goes through a super compensation process and how our time outside of the gym recovering ultimately makes us stronger. If this process of training, resting, and then training again is allowing you to build strength and build muscle, then great, you've nailed that balance of rest and hard work. But if you're training, feeling fatigued, and feeling that you need to work harder so you train again and then you feel even more fatigued, then it may be time for you to hit pause. Now I want to be very clear here, this is very different from hitting a plateau and seeing no increase in strength or muscle gains. What I'm talking about is you going to do something, a movement or a skill that you've been practicing and you know 100% you can do, but for whatever reason you can't do this anymore or it's strangely difficult to pull off. This may be an early sign that you actually need to take a step back as you are becoming over fatigued. Other signs can include that you feel tired all the time, but when you get to bed you cannot sleep, strange eating habits, so over or under eating, or just generally feeling negative about training and feeling really unmotivated. But there are two really simple things that you can do to minimize the likelihood of this happening to you. First of all, we want to have our workout structured towards a specific goal. If you have a goal that you want to achieve, this is your North Star and it's what makes the difference between training and then just working out. When your plan is to get to a certain point in your fitness journey and you have a strategy to get there, whether it's learning how to pull up, learning how to handstand, or losing some weight, you become far more attuned to when you have deviated or moved further away from your goal. It's a very small mindset shift that is actually really important and brings me on to my second tip that makes deloading more effective, which is scheduling in a regular deload. If you're working hard and you really start to come up against some of the symptoms we discussed earlier, then try scheduling in a regular deload week where you focus on something different. Say for example, hand balancing. I, for example, will train hard for 5 days a week for 6 weeks straight. Then on the 7th week, I will focus solely on really light mobility drills. I always definitely feel the benefits of this break when I get back into training hard again. Now I completely understand that some people may have really challenging schedules with work or family that makes setting such a schedule unfeasible. If that's the case for you, then try your best to build your deload weeks around time where other aspects of your life will need to take priority. But Andrew, if the benefits of deloading is so great, then why isn't it spoken about more? Glad you asked, and there are actually two answers to that question. First, brands don't make money from telling you to back off and get some rest. The fitness industry is built of telling you can hit all your goals in 48 hours, and if you can't, well, you're just not working hard enough. Second, a lot of people would just use deloading as an excuse to not train. If you're on YouTube watching this channel in your free time, then likelihood is you're really big on fitness. But the reality is that for most of the population, fitness just means eating the brown seeded bread instead of the white bread. Essentially, the point I'm trying to make, and the reason why I made this really quick video, is that deloading is about really getting in touch with your body, knowing when you're tired and knowing when to take your foot off the gas. But guys, I want to know what you would do with the deload week. I want to know what you would do with your time to change that focus away from hard graft to something a little bit more different. Let me know in the comment section below, and I will see you in the next one.